Imagine walking 2,500 miles across the country alone with nothing but your backpack and sheer determination. That's exactly what Captain Emily Sanders did. Her incredible journey stunned the nation, and even Donald Trump couldn't believe what he was hearing. Why did she do it? The answer will leave you speechless. Captain Emily Sanders, a U.S. Army officer, wasn't looking for fame. She wasn't trying to break records. In fact, when she set out on her journey, she hadn't even fully planned it. It all started during one of her toughest days as a soldier. After months of rigorous training and intense missions, Emily found herself feeling disconnected from the very purpose that had driven her to serve. The constant pressure, the battles, and the weight of her responsibilities were starting to wear her down. She needed to do something radical to reconnect, to remind herself why she fought for her country, why she joined the military, and why she believed in the values of resilience and determination. One day, while on leave, she made a decision. A simple, seemingly impossible one. She decided to walk across the entire country. No assistance, no support crew, just herself, her backpack, and her willpower. Her goal wasn't to prove something to the world, it was to prove something to herself, to rediscover her strength and find the power within. Little did she know, her journey would soon inspire millions. Starting in San Francisco, Emily took her first step with nothing but a map, a few supplies, and a mission to find herself. Along the way, she faced challenges that would break the strongest of people. From blistering heat in the deserts of Nevada to freezing nights in the mountains, she encountered obstacles that tested her resolve. But with every step, something incredible began to happen. The more she walked, the stronger she felt. Not just physically, but mentally. She began to reflect on her life, her time in the military, and the sacrifices she had made. She thought about the men and women who served alongside her, and the ones who never made it home. With each step, she honored them. As she continued her journey, Emily's story spread across social media. News outlets picked up on the incredible feat she was attempting. People began following her progress, rooting for her, sending messages of encouragement. What started as a solitary journey became a national movement. Every mile Emily covered was more than just a personal victory. It was a symbol of perseverance, courage, and hope for others. By the time she reached the East Coast, Emily had walked through small towns, bustling cities, and vast stretches of wilderness. She met countless people along the way. Some veterans, some young students, some families just struggling to get by. They all saw something in her that inspired them to keep going, to keep fighting for their own dreams, no matter how impossible they seemed. Emily wasn't just walking across the country. She was walking for everyone who had ever struggled, for every person who thought they couldn't make it through their own battles. When Emily finally reached Washington, D.C., after months of walking, her story had become bigger than she ever imagined. She had become a symbol of hope and strength for so many people. As she approached the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, where she was greeted by an enthusiastic crowd, the last person she expected to see was former President Donald Trump. He was there to meet her, to shake her hand, and to hear her story firsthand. Trump, never one to shy away from grand moments, was visibly moved as he spoke to her. "You've done something that very few people could ever even dream of," Trump said, his voice filled with admiration. "What you've accomplished here is incredible. You've walked across this entire country and you've shown the world what true determination looks like." Emily smiled humbly but said, "It wasn't about me, sir. It was about everyone I met along the way, and everyone who has ever struggled. I just wanted to remind people that no matter how hard life gets, you can always keep moving forward." The crowd fell silent, absorbing her words. In that moment, it wasn't about politics, it wasn't about fame, and it wasn't about who was shaking whose hand. It was about the power of a single person's journey and the impact it had on the world. Captain Sanders had walked across America not for recognition, but for the strength of the human spirit, and that strength resonated with every single person who followed her story. As Emily stood next to Trump, the crowd erupted in applause. Her journey had not only helped her rediscover her own inner strength, but it had sparked a flame of inspiration in others. People across the country were sharing her story, young and old, veterans and civilians, reminding each other that no journey is too long, no mountain too high. As they watched her standing there, a symbol of unwavering courage, they felt the call to take on their own battles with renewed hope. In the end, Emily's walk across the country wasn't just about the miles. It wasn't about proving a point or achieving a personal goal. It was about showing the world that no matter the obstacles, we can all push forward. We can all rise above our challenges, no matter how insurmountable they may seem. And through it all, we never walk alone. The story of Captain Emily Sanders, the soldier who walked across the country, would not just be a tale of endurance. It would be remembered as a powerful reminder that every step counts, and with enough courage, determination, and heart, we can overcome anything. If this story inspired you, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful, real-life stories that show the true meaning of courage and perseverance. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video.